The doctors sat my parents down and told them that it was highly unlikely that I would live to see my 7th birthday. That was in less than 6 months. February 23rd, 1990. I came home from a karate class. I had dinner with my family, and I went down into the basement to play video games with my little brother before bedtime. Next thing, I'm waking up on the floor of the bathroom. My mom is shouting my name over and over, trying to get me to regain consciousness. My heart was beating out of my chest. I could barely see straight. I could not stop vomiting, and my head was pounding. My mom is a physician, so she knew immediately that her and my dad had to get me to the hospital. They ran so many tests, poking and prodding. I was in complete heart failure, and doctors had no idea what the cause was. The doctors sat my parents down and told them that it was highly unlikely that I would live to see my 7th birthday. That was in less than 6 months. My case was transferred all over New York. Eventually, I had to be transferred to a research hospital in Bethesda, Maryland, the National Institute of Health. It was there that I had a pacemaker implanted that saved my life. I had my pacemaker for 10 years until my body was growing and going through puberty, and my heart just couldn't keep up anymore. And so I had my first of 2 heart transplants. My first heart rejected after just 4 years. And waiting for my second heart, my kidneys failed. And I was placed on dialysis for 2.5 years until getting a kidney transplant. After I got my kidney, I thought, this is it. I'm going to be able to finally live a regular, normal life, free of sickness. That is until I started to feel a tingling in my toes, which eventually developed into weakness in my legs. Once again, I'm back in the hospital, getting all these tests run, including a full genetic workup panel and a muscle biopsy in the upper thigh of my left leg. The summer of 2010, I go into respiratory failure, and it's during that same hospital admission that I get the results of my genetic panel, and I'm told that I have an extremely rare genetic muscle disease called myofibrillar myopathy, a rare class of muscular dystrophies, a mutation of my Desmond gene. Now imagine I was born apparently typically healthy, no issues whatsoever. In fact, I met a lot of my milestones early. I was walking early, talking early. No one would have ever suspected this. A disease with currently no treatment, no cure, that would progressively weaken my muscles over time. All my life, I believed that I had isolated heart issues, and now I was understanding that this disease was responsible for attacking my heart muscle first, all those years ago. As of now, I'm a fully disabled quadriplegic. I am fully dependent on a ventilator for life support, and I have a 24/7 live-in caregiver that does everything for me. He gets me dressed, he gets me showered, he wipes me in the bathroom. He is literally my hands and my legs. And while so many people will initially look at me and feel pity or sorrow, or wonder, how could he possibly ever be happy? How could he possibly enjoy his life? And while I have very much identified with those feelings, and I still for sure have my bad days, I've also learned perspective. I have learned to turn my pain into power and purpose. And most importantly, I've learned that amidst defeat, you can still be victorious. And so what happened to me? Well, life has had its fair share of trying to knock me down and defeat me. And still, I choose victory every single time. You can too. New episodes dropping every Thursday at 9 p.m. Eastern Time. I'll see you on the next episode.